Valley Children's Stadium in Fresno, California. Early season momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Sacramento State Hornets and the Fresno State Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Catching up with the Sacramento State head coach before the game, this is going to be a huge challenge to get this upset on the road. Not only is this one of the best quality opponents they have faced so far, it is a quality crowd. You can hear from the noise. This crowd is ready to get after it. A very hostile environment. We will see how they handle it, and I will keep you posted how it's going down here on the field. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Fresno State will kick it off, and we will be underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. Big day in his last game. Over 150 yards on the ground and a score. Using his legs, it's Curtis. Turning it on. Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
Man, that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
Makes the grab. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
That last completion left them with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. The option look. Hard running there. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. On target. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. The run inside. It's Curtis. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Got it behind the line. It's Coleman. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. From the red zone, looking for a man. Grabs it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Sacramento State. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. So Fresno State's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And here comes Rayshon Luke. He has become a key piece of this offense.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I tell you what, to watch in this matchup where they're kind of outmatched at most positions, how can he still make an impact on this game? Making guys miss, like doing it by himself, or can his offensive line pave the way a little bit and maybe be neutral to get him some of those matchups? But he is the one guy on this offense that can make life very, very difficult for you, and the other defense knows that. Really curious to watch how this unfolds.
Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. From the gun. Give on the inside. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first.
There he goes. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Martin back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Firing toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Unloads it left. On the left side, here's Coleman. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Gives it on the option. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Finds a man on the left. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Wants to throw it again. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that right at the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Got a man. It's Burrell. There he goes. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Running inside. It's Curtis.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Keeps it on the draw. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. They bring the punter onto the field now. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock him up close to their goal line. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. And so the Fresno State offense comes out onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
First down and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
Martin will throw it. Plucks it out of the air. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away. He wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
Throws for the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The inside handoff. Picked up 4 yards, now looking at 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, looking to pass. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And how about this young fella? He's slinging the pill, man. His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working, using the whole field, using multiple receivers.
Makes the catch, and he's free. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Sacramento State.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Looking left. Makes the grab. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Martin back to pass. They've got the screen set up. Runs through a man. He might have space. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Once he got some room, it was over.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He goes right back to the air. Makes the grab. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Finds his man. It's Curtis. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. Oh, he missed it. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. Let's start with Texas in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes.
We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And he's not going to be able to convert. Not down, just inches shy of the first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on this Sacramento State sideline, the quarterback has done a terrific job here today, guys. Over 150 yards passing, but they have yet to answer on the ground. They want to keep this defense guessing, not get predictable in their play calls. That means they've got to get better on the line of scrimmage and get that run game alive here today. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Complete left side, Coleman. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Both of these defenses a little bend, but not breaking in clutch situations, David.
It's always exciting when you can go for it on fourth down and you know your defense will make a stand. They held him to a field goal, Jesse. It's a pretty good job by that defense.
It is. So if I'm this coaching staff, don't deviate from the game plan here. Go back to doing what you want to do and get established in this game.
Martin will throw it. With the catch, it's McClain. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
And big-time play by this defensive line, setting the line of scrimmage, getting the stop, forcing the 4th down now. I think I got a pretty good idea, Palmer, that, well, if you're calling plays, if I'm calling plays, well, really, if anybody's calling plays, I'm thinking green light.
Yeah, so let's see if the defensive line can do it again. You just saw it on that last play. Can they bow up one more time, make a game-changing and a momentum-changing type play to give the football back to their offense?
And the Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed to rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Looking to throw again. Thanks to grab. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Fresno State right back to the line. Now from inside the red zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. All down at the 31-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Catch in the middle, it's Burrell. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Fighting off the defender. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. They'll ride the hot hand. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. Through 3 quarters of play, and both of these quarterbacks have been impressive. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. Inside the 25. Flying down the left side. All the way. Touchdown, Sacramento State.
It's a nice decision by the quarterback there on the RPO. He's reading the keys on defense. They say hand the ball off. You want to do that when you've got a guy this special in the backfield, David. Get him as many touches as possible.
And a lot of times on those RPOs, the defense just have to hesitate for a second, and that little pause will open up those creases, and he takes full advantage of the defense just freezing for a second, makes the big, long touchdown run.
And he makes the extra point. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the...
And here's the third interception of the night. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. Grabbed behind the line. It's Moses. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Some misdirection with the counter. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Off the RPO, complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. And so the Fresno State offense comes out onto the field. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Martin back to pass. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Fresno State right back to the line.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Just keep slinging it. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. They converted fourth down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Takes the handoff. It's Curtis. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Now the play fake. A shot toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Sacramento State. And the stomping has commenced.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Motion from the wideout.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to put...
Makes the grab in their space. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Fresno State right back to the line.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Martin will throw it. Got his man on the right. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Quickly to the tight end. Tried to find some running room, but there was none to be had, and he's well short. It'll be 4th and 5. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Zings it complete to the right. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with
fires toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield looking for a big-time play. So now it's 2nd and long. Martin back to pass. With the catch, it's Freeman. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And the Bulldogs want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw again. Get it out on the screen. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing.
Got his man. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And they'll try to tack on 2. He's looking to throw. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team, true to its name, as they make the grab and get the ball. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress.
Snags it, and there's running room. Touchdown, Sacramento State! And the punishment has been extended.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Off play action on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. The sure hands, it's McClain. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a time.
He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
You know, for this quarterback late in the game, you just need to have a better concept of the situation. Can't take sacks at this juncture. And I know that the play gets thrown off, the timing's off, and you're forced to roll out. But if nobody's open, either run the ball, get what you can, get out of bounds, or throw that thing away. Can't take negative plays at this point.
It has been said that the obstacle is the way, and this obstacle is now back-to-back losses.
Back-to-back L's. It's not the end of the world, though. I still think there's time for this team to figure out what they're going to do, how they're going to finish the season strong. It's not over yet. 2 bad weeks. Flush it down the toilet. Refocus the mechanism. We're ready to rock and roll next week.
It just needs to be about finding a way to win a game right now. In all likelihood, 99.9% chance the college football playoff now is not a possibility anymore. That's okay. Let's worry about winning a game. Let's go back. Let's watch the film. Let's get back to being who we are so we can get this ship right.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.